Hello everybody, welcome to Maths and Science Intervention Club. My name is Mr. Nkuna. Today we're going to be doing grade 8 mathematics paper 2 November examination that was written last year. Now let us go through the paper. We have equally not district mathematics paper 2 2024 November examination for 1.5 hours for 60 minutes. You're going to write your name here. I'm going to write my name, Mr. Nkuna, grade 8F, right? So from this paper, we have roughly 5 questions. Question 1, which is multiple choice, which is worth 5 marks. Then we have question 5, which is worth 13 marks. In total, we have a total of 60 marks. Let us go to section A. We have instructions which are given here. You are going to go through the instructions yourself. Then let us go to the first question. We have the multiple choice questions. It says choose the correct answer, circle the correct letter on the answer sheet. It means the correct answer, you're not supposed to circle it here, but rather you should circle the correct answer here. If your answer for 1.1 it is B, you're going to circle letter B here. Do not circle on the options, but then you circle on the space that is provided. Now let us go through this question. It says in the diagram below, B, C, E. I'm going to use different chalks so that I highlight what is happening. From B to C to E, letter C. I'm leaving letter B, letter C, and letter E. That is what we have. We are looking for the value of that angle, right? How can we find the value of that angle? I have what is known as co-interior angles because I can see that these two lines are parallel. Parallel lines, the angles that are found within those parallel lines, if there's a U shape that is being formed, the angle that is found here and the angle that is found there, those two angles combined, they should give us 1/8. Therefore, it means I am going to go to my calculator rather. Right, when I go to my calculator, I'm going to have this part. I'll have 180. I'm going to have 180 minus 54 because the angle that is found here it is 54, right? What is 180 minus 54? It is 126. Therefore, it means the value of angle BCE, it has to be 126 degrees. And what is going to be the reason for that? Co-interior angles because of the U shape. So my correct option is going to become letter D. Let us go and circle our letter D. So it means for 1.1, the correct answer it is going to become letter D. Let us go to 1.2. It says 1.2. Triangle ABC is an equilateral triangle. What do we know about an equilateral triangle? All angles are equal. All sides are equal, right? So it means the side that is found here and the side that is found there and the side that is found there, it means AB, BC, and AC, all sides are the same. Therefore, it means all angles should also be the same. It means the angle that is found here and the angle that is found there and the angle that is found there, they are the same. But then what do I know? The sum of angles in a triangle, they are equivalent to 180 degrees. So it means the angle that is found here, it has to become 60 degrees. The angle that is found here, it has to become 60 degrees. It means the angle that is here, it has to become 60 degrees. But then there I'm having 2x. I'm having 2x minus 9. It means 2x minus 9, it has to become 60 degrees because all angles in an equilateral triangle, they are equal to 60 degrees. Therefore, I'm going to have 2x, it is equal to 60 plus 9 because the 9 it is negative when cos it becomes positive. I'm going to have 2x, it is equal to 69, divide both sides by 2. Therefore, I'm going to have the value of x which is equal to 69 divided by 2, which is going to become divide by 2, which is going to become 34,5. Means the value of x becomes 34,5, which is letter C. 1.2, I'm having letter C, right? Therefore, here for 1.2, I'm going to have letter C. Let us go to 1.3. 1.3, it says in triangle ABD. From ABD, that is a triangle that we are given, triangle ABD, yes. We have AD, which is equal to BD. AD, it is equal to BD. Okay, it's given. Then it says the angle that is found here, it is 86 degrees. Okay. Then it says calculate the size of B, of E, I think it's going to be safe for you if you were to bring a highlighter, especially for maths paper 2. So we are looking for the value of EBC from E to B to C. That is the angle that we are looking for over there. Right, how can I find the value of that angle that is given over there, which is EBC? I know that ADB, it is an isosceles triangle because I'm having two sides that are equal, therefore two angles are also going to be equal. And how do I find those two angles that are equal? This is what I'm going to do. I can see that this side, it is the one that is equal to this side. Therefore, the angle that is found here and the angle that is found there, they have to be the same. Therefore, it means the angle that is found here and the angle that is found there, they have to be the same. Therefore, I'm going to have 180, it is 180, it is equal to 86 plus the angle that is found here, which is angle B, angle B, AD plus angle D or angle A, B, D, right? Therefore, I'm going to have 180 minus 86. It is equal to, these two are the same because the angle that is found there and the angle that is found there, they have to be the same. Therefore, I can simply just say, let me just say 2x, right? Therefore, I'm going to have 180 minus 86, which is going to give us 94. I'll have a 94, it is equal to 2x, divide both sides by 2. Therefore, I'm going to have 94 divided by 2, divide by 94, divide by 2, which is going to become 47. X equals to 47. It means the angle that is found here, it is 47, and the angle that is found there, it is 47. Right. But then how can I find the value of angle, this angle EBC? I can see that these two lines are parallel. Can you see that these two lines are parallel? It means the angle that is found here and the angle that is found there, they have to be the same. Reason is going to become corresponding angle. There's an F shape that is being formed. These two lines are parallel. The angle that is found there is the same as the angle that is found there. Therefore, it means the value of angle EBC, it has to become what? 47 degrees, which is going to become letter B, right? Therefore, here I'm going to have my letter B. And let us go to 1.4. Andile has a rectangular garden as shown below. He wants to put a diagonal fence. It means Andile has a garden which is a rectangle and he wants to put a diagonal fence. So now from this rectangular garden, we are given this side which is 20 meters and we are given that side which is 40 meters. What is the property of a rectangle? Two opposite sides are equal and all angles are equal to 90 degrees. Therefore, it means here I'm having a 90 degree angle, 90 degree angle, 90 degree angle, 90 degree angle. But then if I'm having a 90 degree angle, I can see that there's a triangle like this that is being formed, whereby here I'm having a 20, that side I'm having a 12, and here I'm having a 90 degree. What kind of a triangle is this one? It is a right angle triangle. The moment we have a right angle triangle, it means I have a right to use the theorem of Pythagoras. Therefore, it means I'm looking for the length of my fence, and the length of my fence, it has to become the biggest side. Therefore, I'm going to have my fence squared because I'm looking for the length of my fence, right? Let me just say f squared, it is equals to 20 squared plus 12 squared. Therefore, I'm going to have 20 squared, which is going to become 400 plus 12 squared, which is going to become 144. That is going to become my fence squared. Therefore, I'm going to have 400 plus 144, which is, I'm going to have my f squared, which is going to become 544. I'm looking for the value of my fence, not fence squared. Put a square root on both sides. Therefore, I'm going to have the value of f, which is going to become the square root of 544, which is equal to 23,332. Go look for 23,32, which is going to become this value. Therefore, the answer becomes letter C. For 1.4, I'm having letter C. Right, therefore 1.4, the correct answer becomes letter C. Let us go to 1.5. ABCD, it is a kite. What is the property of a kite? Adjacent sides are equal. It only has one pair of opposite sides, opposite angles being equal. So what are we looking for here? It says, what is the area of the kite? I'm looking for the area of my kite. How can I find the area of my kite? Right. There is no specific formula for us to find the area of my kite. But then I can use, let us see here. I'm given 12 from here to here, it's a 12. From here to here, it's 18. So I'm looking for the area of my kite. I can use the area of I can use triangle, the area of a triangle, to find the area of this kite, right? What am I supposed to do? I can find the area of this triangle, find the area of that triangle, find the area of this triangle, find the area of this triangle, add them together. That is going to give you the area of your kite. I'm going to have half base times height, half. What is going to be my base here? I'll use the 12 and the 10. I'll have a 12 times 10, but then I'm going to repeat that because I have two of those that are the same. Therefore, I'm going to have times 2. Then I go this side. I'm going to have half base times height, half base times height. Therefore, I'm going to have half. What is my base? It's a 10 times what is my perpendicular height here? It's an 18. Therefore, I'm going to multiply this by 2 because I have two of those. Therefore, the correct answer, I'm going to have 12 times 10 plus 10. I'll have a 12 times 18. That becomes the area of my, because this 2 and this 2 will actually cancel. That 2 and that 2 is going to be cancelled. Therefore, it means this is what I'm going to have. I'll have a 12 times 10 plus 12 times 18, which is going to become 336. Therefore, the area of my kite is going to become letter A. Right, therefore the correct answer becomes letter E. Right now I have my 5 marks. 1 mark for my D, 1 mark for my C, 1 mark for my B, 1 mark for my C, and 1 mark for my A. So in multiple choice questions, basically you have to calculate over there as well. You don't have to guess your answers, you have to calculate as well. Right, now let us go to the next question. I have question 2. Right, in question 2, it says ABC is a straight line. What do we know about a straight line? The sum of angles that are found between ABC, all of them combined should give us 1/8. Means all angles that are going to be found here, all of them that are going to be found in a straight line ABC, they should give us 1/8. And what do we know about a square box? What do we know about a square box? The square box, it represents 90-degree angle. It means this angle here, this one, it is actually equal to 90 degrees. Right, it says FBC is equal to 90. Let us see. FBC equals to 90. Yes, FBC, it has to become a 90. Then it said CBE, from C to B to E, that angle, it is equal to 35. Yes, it is given. Then the first question says, determine with the reasons the size of DBF. Use a highlight from D to B to F. That is what I'm looking for there, right? I can see that ABC, it is a straight line. Therefore, it means that DBE, it is also a straight line. DBE is also a straight line. Therefore, it means the angles that are found here, all of them combined, they should give us 180 degrees, right? The angle that is found there, all of them combined, they should give us 180 degrees. So what am I going to do? I'm going to use sum of angles in a straight line. I'm going to use sum of angles in a straight line. Therefore, it means I'm going to say the angle that is found, I'm going to say 35 plus 90 plus the angle that I'm looking for, which is D, B, F. All of them combined should give us 180. Reason is going to become sum of angles in a, I'm going to have sum of angles in a straight line. Right, therefore I'm going to have 180 minus 90 minus 35, which is going to become the angle that I'm looking for, which is angle D, B, F, which is going to become 180 minus 90 minus 35, which is going to give us 55 degrees. Right, let us go to the next question. Just like that, you get your 3 marks. 1 mark for 1/8, 1 mark for the answer, 1 mark for the statement. 1 mark for the reason. Then it says in the diagram below, or the diagram below is provided. If x is 15, so now we are being told if x is 15, determine if AOB is a straight line. So here we are not told that AOB is a straight line. Right, but then we want to prove if AOB, it is a straight line. So let us substitute 15 where there's x, and let us see that the sum of these angles, is it going to give us 180? Because the property of a straight line, all angles combined, they should give us 180. If you don't get a 180, therefore it is not a straight line. But then if it gives you 180, it is a straight line, right? Therefore, I'm going to have a 60. I'm going to have a 60 plus 45 plus 25 plus 2x plus 20. Where there's x, you open a bracket, then you substitute the value of x, which is 15. The answer should give us 180. If it gives us 180, therefore it is a straight line. Therefore, I'm going to have 60 plus 45 plus 25 plus 2, open a bracket, 15 plus 20. How much do we get? We get 180, which is equal to 180 degrees. Therefore, what conclusion am I going to have? Therefore, it means line AOB, it is a straight line. It is a straight line indeed, because the sum of angles that are found there, they gave us 180 degrees. Now, in the diagram below, AB, it is parallel to CD, right? We have what is known as parallel lines. Those are lines that will never meet. Whenever you have parallel lines, you should think of three things. You should think about alternating angles, corresponding angles, and co-interior angles. And with alternating angle, the angle that is found here and the angle that is found there, they are the same. Corresponding angle found here, angle found there, they are the same. Co-interior, the angle that is found here and the angle that is found there, all of them combined, they should give us 180. So now I'm looking for the value of x. Let us find the value of x. I can see that CGD is a straight line. Therefore, I'm going to use the sum of angles in a straight line, because that is a straight line. Therefore, here I'm going to say 2x plus 90 plus x, it is equals to 180, because it is a straight line. Reason is going to become sum of angles in a straight line, right? I'm going to have sum of angles in a straight line. Therefore, I'm going to have 180. I'm going to have 2x and 3x. Those are like terms, which is going to give us 3x. It is equals to 180 minus 90. Therefore, I'm going to have 3x, which is equal to 90. Therefore, I'm going to divide both sides by a 3. Therefore, I'm going to have x, which is equal to, I'm going to have 180. I'm going to have, 90 divided by 3. The value of x becomes a 30 degrees, means the value of x is going to become 30 degrees. I'm now looking for the value of y. How can I find the value of y? Can you see my y value here? Yes, I'm going to use a shape which is known as what? Let us see. I'm having something which is like this. What shape is that? Alternating angles. Therefore, it means the angle that is found here, the angle that is found here, it is the same. The angle that is found here, it is the same as the angle that is found there. Therefore, it means these two angles are the same because of alternating angles. Therefore, I'm going to have 2y, it is equal to the value of x, and I'm going to use substitution because I already know what the value of x is. I'll have 2y, it is equal to 30. 2y, it is equal to 30. Therefore, I'm going to divide both sides by 2. Therefore, I'm going to have y, which is equal to 15. Reason is going to become alternating angles. After writing alternating angles to tell me the lines that are parallel, we are given the lines that are parallel over there. I have AB, which is parallel to CD, right? Then now let us now we are looking for the value of z. How can I find the value of z? There are two ways to find the value of z. It's either you use sum of angles in a straight line, because 2y and z combined should give us 180, or you use co-interior angle, because z and x combined, they should give us 180 co-interior angle. So it's your choice. So I'm going to have 2y plus x, equals to 180. Reason is going to become co-interior angles, right? After writing co-interior angles, telling me the lines that are parallel, I have AB parallel to CD. Then now I know what the value of x is, which is a 30. Therefore, I'm going to have 2y, z, not 2y, z plus x equals 180 co-interior angle. Therefore, I'm going to have z equals to 180 minus 30. Therefore, z becomes 150 degrees, right? Z becomes 150 degrees. 1 mark for the value of x, 1 mark for the statement, 1 mark for your reason, 1 mark for your statement. Just like that, you have your 6 marks, right? Here it was 4 marks. You'll get, yes, just like that. Yes, boys and girls. Now let us go to this question. It says there is the geometry of 2D shapes in triangle ABD. The value of A, the value of BA. Now use a highlighter to be on the safe side in triangle ABD. So we are given a triangle here, which is triangle ABD, this bigger triangle here, right? So that is the triangle that you are given, this triangle ABD, right? So from that triangle we have BAD, which is 96. From B to A to D is 96. Means this whole angle, as a whole, it is 96. But then you can see there's this line that splits it, but then it doesn't mean it splits it into a 2. But then here I'm having a what? A 96, right? So here I'm having a 96. Now let us continue. ABD is 40. From A to B to D, there is a 40. The angle that is found here, it is equal to 40 degrees, right? Then ED, it is equal to CD. So these two are equal. Therefore, the angle, this is an isosceles triangle. State whether each of the following statement it is true or false. BDA, it is 44. From B to D to A, it has to become a 44. Let us see. So here I'm given this whole part which was a 96, right? I'm given this whole part which was a 96. This one is a 96. Therefore I can use the sum of angles in a triangle. I'm going to say 40 plus 96 plus the angle that I'm looking for, which is BDA, should give us 180. The reason is going to become sum of angles in a triangle. Therefore, I'm going to have BDA, which is equal to 180 minus 40 minus 96. So I'm going to have 180 minus 40 minus 96, which is going to give us how much? Which is going to give us 44. Therefore, BDA, it is equals to 44. Therefore, the statement here, I'm going to have my answer being true. Therefore, it's going to become true. Triangle ABD is an isosceles triangle. From A to B to D, is that an isosceles triangle? No, it can't be an isosceles triangle, because the property of an isosceles triangle is that two sides are equal, two angles are also going to be equal. So here I'm having a 44, I'm having a 96, I'm having a 40. Does it justify for it to become an isosceles triangle? No, it doesn't. Therefore, the correct answer becomes false. Now we have a question. It says, is AB parallel to CD? So the question now comes, is this side parallel to that side? Are those two sides parallel? Let us see. So already I know that this angle here, it's a 44, right? I'm looking for this angle here and the angle that is found over there. How can I find the angle E and angle C here? I'm looking for the angle that is found here. Angle E and angle C are the same. Therefore, the property of an isosceles triangle that two sides are the same, therefore two angles are the same. Therefore, it means the angle that is found here and the angle that is found there, they have to be the same as well. Therefore, I'm going to have 180 minus 44, which is going to give us 180 minus 44, which is going to give us 136, meaning these two angles combined, they should give us 136 degrees, right? Therefore, I'm going to say 136 divided by 2. I'll have 136 divided by 2, which is going to give us 68. It means this angle here, the angle that is found here, it has to become a 44. Here I have to have a 68. Even there I have to become a 68. Here I'm having a 40. There I'm having a 68. Therefore, are these two angles equal? No. Therefore, it cannot be those two lines, they can never be parallel, because if they were parallel, the angle that is found here, it was supposed to be the same as the angle that was found there as well, right? Therefore, the correct answer will become no. Why? Because A, B, D, it is equals to 40, and E, C, D, it is equals to 68. Therefore, those two angles are not parallel, because they are not, although they are corresponding, but then these two corresponding angles, they are not equal. Therefore, these two lines are not going to be parallel as well, right? Let us go to this diagram. In the diagram below, we have AF parallel to BE from A to F. So I'm having AF, this side is parallel to BE, and I'm having BAB, which is parallel to DC, right? So that is what I'm having. Classify the quadrilaterals ABED. So I'm looking for quadrilateral ABED, right? From A to B to E to D. What kind of a quadrilateral is this one? It is something which is like this. What kind of a quadrilateral is this one? It has to become what? A trapezium. It has to become a trapezium. Why? Because it has one pair of opposite sides being parallel. So I'm going to have one pair of opposite sides are parallel, right? And that opposite side, it is AD and BE, right? Then now we are looking for another quadrilateral, which is quadrilateral ABCD. So let us look at ABCD. I'm looking for quadrilateral ABCD. So what is ABCD? What kind of a quadrilateral is this one? It has to be a parallelogram, because two opposite sides are parallel. So I'm having opposite sides being parallel. So here it has to become a parallelogram. It has to become a parallelogram because it has opposite sides are two opposite sides are parallel. So I'm going to have two opposite sides are parallel, right? Determine with the reasons the value of x, y, z. I'm looking for the value of x, the value of y, the value of z. So how can I find the value of x? It's easier for me to find the value of x. Why? Because I'm having opposite angles of a parallelogram. Therefore, I'm going to have x, which is equal to 70. Reason is going to become opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. So I'm going to have opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. Right, therefore it means the value of x, it has to become a 70. So it means here I'm having a what? I'm having a 70 degrees as well. Can I find the value of z? Yes, I can find the value of z. How can I find the value of z? Co-interior angles. It means x plus z, those two angles combined, they should give us 180 degrees because of co-interior angle. Therefore I'm going to have x plus z equals to 180. Reason is going to become co-interior angles. Yes, I'm going to have co-interior angles. After writing co-interior angles, you tell me the lines that are parallel that are forming those co-interior angles. It is this line and this line which are parallel forming that co-interior angle. It is actually this line and this line. I mean this line and this line, and that line is AB parallel to CD. So I'm going to have AB parallel to CD. I'm going to have AB is parallel to CD. I'm looking for the value of y. How can I find the value of y? So for me to find the value of y, it is the angle that is found here, right? How can I find the value of y? Let us see. So here I know that here I'm having what is, so it means I didn't continue here. I'll have x equals to, I'm going to have, what did I do here? No, it's z. Therefore, I'm going to have z equals to 180 minus 70. Z becomes 110 degrees. So it means here I'm having the value of z, which is equals 110 degrees. Right. So for me to find the value of y, I can use the sum of angles in a quadrilateral. All these angles. If I were to use that, I'm going to use all these angles. All of these angles combined, they should give us 360 degrees. Therefore, it means z plus x plus y plus 70 plus 40 should give us 360 degrees. Reason is going to become sum of angles in a quadrilateral. Right, so I can use, because it's a quadrilateral, which is a what? Which is a trapezium. So all angles combined, they should give us 360 degrees over there. Therefore, it means for me to find the value of y, I'm going to have y plus 70 plus 110 plus 40 plus 70 is equals to 360 degrees. Reason is going to become interior angles of a quadrilateral. Interior angles of a quadrilateral. Therefore, I'm going to have y equals to 360 minus 70 minus 40 minus another 70 minus 110. Therefore, I'm going to have my y, which is equal to, I'm going to have 360 minus 70 minus 40 minus 70 minus 110. Therefore, the value of y becomes how much? The value of y becomes 70 degrees as well. Therefore, y becomes 70. The value of y, it is going to become 70 degrees as well, right? Or you can use co-interior angles as well to find the value of y. These two angles combined, they should, this 140, 70 plus 40 plus y should give us 180. Reason is going to become co-interior angles. Yes, you can use that. You can also use that as well to find the value of y. Now let us continue. Let us mark for ourselves. So I'm going to have 1 mark for the statement and the reason, statement and reason, statement and reason, statement and reason, together with the statement and the reason. Then we have question 3.3. So with 3.3, it says the diagram below has two quadrilaterals. So I'm having this quadrilateral and that quadrilateral there. We have similarity and congruency. Congruency, it is 100% the same. Similarity, we are having diagrams that are in a specific ratio. It means if I'm having this apple and this apple, then I'm having this apple and this apple. These two, they are 100% the same, therefore they are congruent. But then these two, they are not 100% the same in terms of size, therefore they are similar. It means this one has been shrinked. It has been shrinked. It has been made smaller. This one, it has been made smaller. You see, it has been made smaller. It has been made smaller. It has been increased. It has been made smaller. So there's a specific ratio it has been increased with, or there's a specific ratio it has been decreased with. So those that are not 100% the same in terms of size, they are similar, right? But then those that are 100% the same in terms of angles and size, those are congruent. So here I'm having congruency, and here I'm having similar triangles, right? Now let us look. Are these 100% the same? Do they look 100% the same? Yes. Therefore, the answer for this one, it is to become what? These two quadrilaterals are congruent because all angles are the same and all sides are the same, right? Therefore, the answer here is going to become congruent. The answer becomes these two quadrilaterals are congruent, reason being because all sides and angles are the same. All sides and angles are equal. This side is equals to this side. This side equals to this side. This side equals to this side. This side equals to this side. This angle equals to this angle. This angle equals to that angle. This angle equals to therefore they are 100% the same. Therefore they are congruent. Right. Then now let us look at similar. Are these two 100% the same in terms of size? No. Therefore they are similar. Means this one has been increased. Means this triangle here. If I were to draw this triangle, I can draw it. This triangle, I can draw it like this. Right. Then after, it means it has been increased, it has been decreased, but then by a certain side, and it has been revolved, something like that. So those two, they are similar. So the answer for this one is going to become similar. Right. The answer for this one is going to become is triangle similar or congruent? Therefore, the answer for it is going to become similar. They are similar. Why? Because they are having sides that are in proportion. This side, having sides are in proportion. Sides are in proportion. It means there's a certain ratio that this triangle has been increased with or decreased with. Determine with the reasons the value of ACB. ACB, I'm looking for ACB. How can I find ACB? I'm looking for this side from A to C to B. So I'm going to use sum of angles in a triangle. The angle that is found here and the angle that is found there and the angle that is found there combined, they should give us 1A. Therefore, it means ACB plus 30 plus 40, it is equals to 180. It is going to become sum of angles in a triangle, right? Sum of angles in a triangle. Therefore, I'm going to have ACB, which is equals to 180 minus 30 minus 40, which is going to become, what is 180? I'm going to have 180 minus 30 minus 40, which is going to become 110 degrees. Right, determine with the reasons the length of AC. I'm looking for the length of AC, this side. I'm going to see that this side has been increased. This side, which looks like the biggest side, it is a 7, and that side I'm having a 14. I'll ask myself, from 7 to a 14, what happened? They are having the same, they are in proportion. That is what it means, similar. From 7 to 14, what happened? I multiplied by 2, okay? From 5 to 10, what happened? I multiplied by 2. Therefore, there's a certain number which is in proportion that I have to do. It means from AC to 6, what should I do? I should multiply by 2. Therefore, it means AC times 2, it is equals to 6, because here I'm having 7 times 2 giving us the 14, 5 times 2 giving us the 10. Therefore, AC times 2, it has to give us the 6. Therefore, I'm going to divide both sides by 2. Therefore, the answer will become how much? The value of AC will become a what? A 3, right? And what is going to be the reason for that particular answer? The sides are in proportion, right? These particular sides, they are in proportion. That is what it means, right? Sides are in proportion. Or you can simply say that triangle ACB, it is similar to triangle EFD. Yes. Now let us go to question 4, the area and the perimeter, right? I'm given the area in a pyramid. So we have what is known as a rectangle here. ABCD is a rectangle. What is the property of a rectangle? Opposite sides are equal. Therefore, it means from D to C, it is 18. Therefore, it means from A to D as well, it has to become what? It has to become 18. From B to C, it's a 10. Therefore, it means from A to D, it also has to become what? A 10. Perimeter means how long should the fence be? Assume if this was your land, how long should the fence be so that it covers that piece of land? Your fence was going to become 18 centimeters long, 10 centimeters long, 18 centimeters long, and 10 centimeters long. That is going to become your perimeter. So the formula for your perimeter was going to become 18 plus 10 plus 18 plus 10. And what is 18 plus 10 plus 18 plus 10? 18 plus 10 plus 18 plus 10. Therefore, the answer is going to become 56. Therefore, I'm going to have 56 centimeters. That is going to be my answer. There's no need for you to crack your head. You have to know that opposite sides are equal. That's it. Right. Even here, we are having 4 marks over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. You must also put your units. Centimeters means your answer should be in centimeters as well. Calculate the area of the shaded part. I'm looking for the area of the shaded part. The shaded part, it is this one. Right, the shaded part, it is this particular part. I'm looking for the area of this part. This particular part that I'm looking for, does it have a specific shape? No. But then how can I find the area of the shaded part? Assume as if this whole part was shaded. Assume as if you are looking for the area of the whole rectangle. How can you find the area of the whole rectangle? This is how you find it's supposed to be. The area of the rectangle, it is given as length times breadth. So you're going to have 18 times 10, which is going to give us 108 centimeter squared. It means in total, if you were looking for the area of the rectangle, you're going to have the area of the rectangle becoming 180 centimeters squared. It means in total, you're going to put 180 bricks. But then here, here, you are not going to put any bricks here, right? Here. Find the number of the error. Find the error of this part. Find the error of this part. Right. How can I find the error of this part? I'm going to use from here to here. From A to E it's a 10, and from E to B it has to become how much? It has to become an 8, right? It means from here to here I'm going to have 8, and here I'm having a 10, therefore there I'm having a 10. Find the error of this triangle. How can I find the error of this triangle here? I'm going to use half base times height, right? Therefore I'm going to have half base times height. Therefore I'm going to have half base times height. I'll have a half. What is my base? It is an 8 multiplied by my height, which is a 10. Therefore I'm going to have half my base, which is an 8 multiplied by 10, which is going to give us a 40. It means this particular space, it is 40 centimeters squared, right? Therefore I'm going to have 40 centimeters squared. But then also, even here, I'm not going to put any bricks here, right? I'm not going to put anything. Find the error of this part as well. Find the error of this part. Find the error of this part here. How can I find the error of that part? I can see that it is a triangle, therefore it means here I'll be having a 10, and there what is going to be this from here to here, from D to F it's a 4, therefore from A to F it has to become a 6, because in total I'm having a 10 for my breadth. Therefore I'm going to find the error of that part. I'll have half base times height as well. Therefore I'm going to have half, what is my base? It is a 10 multiplied by my height, which is a 6. Therefore I'm going to have half 10 times 6, which is going to give us how much? Which is going to give us a 30. Therefore it means this part I'm going to have half 10 times 6, which is going to become half, which is going to give us a 30. It means the total area for my rectangle is 110. I agree. 110. But then here I'm not going to put any bricks, which means I have to subtract minus 40, because the area of that part, it is a 40, minus here I'm not going to put anything, minus a 30. Therefore it means the area will become 110 minus 40 minus 30, which is going to give us 110 minus 40 minus 30. Let us see, 110 minus 40 minus 30, which is going to give us 40. Means the area of the shaded part there, it is going to become 40, right? It is going to become 40 centimeters. No, it's not 110. It's 180. Yes, 180 minus 40 minus 30, which is going to give us 110 centimeter squared, right? 180 minus 40 minus 30, which is 110. Yes, means in total I was going to put 180 bricks, which is the total total area for my rectangle. But then here I'm not going to put any bricks, minus 40. Here I'm not going to put any bricks, minus 30. Means this part that is remaining here, it has to become 110, right? Let us go to the last part. No, not the last part. In the diagram below, triangle AHB is congruent to triangle AHC. Congruent means 100% the same. So I'm having a triangle which is triangle AHB, and triangle AHC. So I'm having this triangle here and that triangle over there, right? So those are the two triangles. If I were to separate, this is how they look like. Congruent means 100% the same, right? To classify triangle ABC, what kind of a triangle is triangle ABC? So since it is 100% the same, it means this side it is equal to that side, this side it is equal to this side, yes, and this side it is equal to this side. But then if I were to combine them, if I were to combine these two triangles together, I'm going to see that here I was going to be having 3 lines and 3 lines. Therefore, the kind of a triangle this triangle it has to become an isosceles triangle because I'm having 2 sides which are the same. I'm going to have an isosceles triangle. Why? Because AB is equal to AC, right? Then after, determine the length of side A, side BH. I'm looking for BH. From B to H, how long is it going to be? From here to here, it's a 24. I agree. But then this 24, I can divide it by 2. 24 divided by 2 is going to give us a 12, meaning from D to here, it has to become a 12. Therefore, it means from G to H, it has to become a 12. Therefore, from B to H, it's going to become 12 plus 5, which is going to become 17 meters. Right, I'm going to have 17 meters. Then after, determine the length of AH. From A to H, how long is my AH going to become? From A to here, I'm having a 15. Therefore, I'm going to have a 15 plus. From here to here, it's a 10 because of this part. And therefore, I'm going to have a 10. Therefore, the answer becomes a 25. Therefore, AH, it has to become a 25 meters as well. Then after, determine the length of side AB. I'm looking for AB. How can I find the value of AB? This whole part as a whole. I'm going to draw my right angle triangle, right? This is how my right angle triangle is going to look like. Right, so if I'm having a right angle triangle, I'm looking for my A, B. Here, I can see that is 5 plus 12, which is a 17. Here, I can say that it's a 10 plus 15, which is a 25. I'm going to use the theorem of Pythagoras because here it's a right angle triangle. Right, therefore it means I'm looking for AH. Therefore, AH is the biggest side. Right, therefore I'm going to have, AB. AB is the biggest side. I'm going to have AB squared, it is equal to AH squared plus this side, which is BH squared plus BH squared. Right, then I substitute AB squared, it is equal to 17 squared plus 25 squared. Therefore, I'm going to have what is 17 squared, which is 289 plus what is 25 squared, which is 625. Therefore, I'm going to have 625 plus 289, which is 914. I'm looking for AB squared. I'm looking for AB, not AB squared. Put a square root on both sides. Therefore, I have AB, which is equal to what is the square root of 914, which is going to become 30, 3 meters. Yes, 30,23 meters. Then after, let us go to this this part. Nivan wants to measure the distance around a pond. He measures the distance of 2 sides from A. So we have a person from A to D, which is 30. From A to D, we are having a distance which is 30. And from D to C, we are having a distance which is a 40. And now we have some missing information. We are looking for the value of AB. Can you see AB? We are looking for the value of AB. But then if I were to remove these colors, I can see that there's a square box that is formed over there. What kind of a triangle is this one? It is a right angle triangle. I'm having a right angle triangle. Can you see? Therefore, I can use the theorem of Pythagoras as well. I can see that the bigger side, it has to become AC. Therefore, I'm going to have AC squared, it is equal to AD squared plus DC squared. Therefore, AC squared, I'll have AC squared, it is equal to 30 squared plus 40 squared, right? I'm going to have 30 squared, which is going to give us 900 plus I'm going to have 40 squared, which is going to give us 1,600. I'm going to have 900 plus 1,600, which is going to give us 2,500. I'm looking for the value of AC, not AC squared. Therefore, it means I have to put a what? Put a square root on both sides. AC squared. I'm going to have to put a square root on both sides. Therefore, the value of AC, it is going to become, what is the square root of 2,500? It is going to give us 50. But then here, I'm not looking for ACs per se, but then I'm looking for AB, right? But then I can see that from A to B plus from B to C, that is actually the value of AC. It means I'm having AB and I'm having BC, and these two combined, they give us what? AC. Therefore, I know that the value of AC, which is 50, means wherever I see AC, I have a right to substitute 50. Wherever I see BC, I have a right to put the value that is given over there, which is a 12. Therefore, I can find the value of AB. AB plus 12, it is equal to 50. Therefore, AB, it is equal to 50. It is going to become 50 minus 12. The value of AB, it is going to become 38. 38 what? 38 meters, right? So that is what we have for our mathematics paper 2 revision, right? So now this is what we have, boys and girls. So here you should know what formula you have to use: length times breadth. So assumingly we have the area of a rectangle, which is length times breadth. The area of a what? Of a triangle, half base times height. Yes, the area of a circle, we have area of a circle, which is pi r squared. But then this pi can be given as 3,14. So it's 3,14 radius squared, right? Another way, yeah. So that is what we have, boys and girls. So Pythagoras theorem, always big side squared equals to small side squared plus small side squared. Isosceles triangle, so that is what you have. Find the area of the whole part, and then you subtract the part that is not given over there. You'll find the area of the shaded part. We have congruency and similarity, parallel sides, parallel angles. So yeah, so this is what we have for our mathematics paper 2, right? I wish you all the best and God bless. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you.